Well, happy Friday. It's a brand new month, November 1st, starting off a brand new month. We still got elections on Tuesday, FOMC on Wednesday. We had NFP this morning. So the theme of all week, this week and next week is just, keeping my risk as tight as I possibly can and just making it happen. I don't want this to be, the week where I'm trying to make out a whole year, going into the craziness that we've been experiencing with the election and all of that. So I'm just trying to really go risk off. Still doing that, still kind of getting chopped up in the process, but that's okay. I'd rather get chopped up than have massive losers trying to make a massive winner. So that's kind of the theme. We're gonna go ahead and dive into the trades that I took today on the stream, which happens on my main channel, Trades by Matt. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Yo, good morning. I love that the first comment I read is meeting day. It is hilarious to me that is the that's the precedent. It's true. I got my haircut yesterday, and my haircut lady, Irene was like, she's like, do you wear a hat every day? Because my hair was all like kind of matted or whatever, and I was like, yeah, like I wear a hat. Like at this point, it's just kind of like it's what I do when I'm working. I just wear a hat. It like helps me focus in. Like I lock in on just the screen because of the bill of the hat. And I was like, it's actually hilarious because if I don't wear a hat, everybody freaks out and says it's weird. First thing, or that it's a meeting day. First thing I see when I come in today, someone writes meeting day. I do have I have a birthday party to attend tonight for one of my best friends, turning 30. So I'm driving after the stream to go hang out with him. Looks like NFP was actually kind of tame, huh? Is that real? 145 to 170 points. Seems small. NFP 12K. Is that real, chat? Is non-farm payroll 12K? Or is it a glitch? Was it supposed to be 120? 120K? Supposedly real due to hurricanes. Oh, crazy, dude. What? That's interesting. Okay. We got 8:45 PMI, 9 o'clock ISM. The markets are open. My bad. 8:45. Definitely waiting for 8:45 news. Most likely waiting for 9 o'clock news. We'll see. Value area from yesterday, 130. Value area high, 125 to 2010. Above value area high, we run the overnight highs. We keep pushing. We go back down to yesterday's value area low and the overnight lows. We might sweep 20K, push back up. I don't know. We'll see. Just kind of what I'm thinking and how I'll play it. Halloween was very fun for us. We went and hung out with all of our friends at our friend's house, which is like a super good Halloween neighborhood. Scarlett, my oldest, ate it up. She loved every second of it. She loved looking at all the costumes, loved trick-or-treating. She actually said trick-or-treat and thank you this year, so that was a win. And then shockingly, my youngest, who's 1.5, totally ate it up. She was all in, which Scarlett did not do at her age, which I think is honestly just like a second child thing. But she ate it up all over it. Loved every second. So that was very fun. It was very fun to go walk around with them. It's funny. She has no shame. She's a 1.5-year-old, right? So like, she would just be walking and then see someone's costume that she like, I guess, was intrigued by. And I'm talking mouth open, full stare. Just locked in. Totally trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Hopefully y'all survived yesterday. Pretty crazy day, huh? Pretty crazy day. Had a lot of movement. I didn't really trade much. Didn't really trade much. Oh, she scared me. Oh, hi. I'm talking to a bunch of internet people. Yeah. You gonna show them your costume? Your spider girl? Hey, spider girl? Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Love you. Jump scare. My heart is has not recovered. That was a legit jump scare. And in true kid fashion, she's wearing her Halloween costume to school now, which is great. She also thinks we're going trick-or-treating tonight, and I'm like, sorry, you got a year. You gotta wait a year. But Santa's next, so that's fun. Just quickly cover it again because I've been talking about it all week, but we had NFP this morning. That being said, We obviously are. I'm keeping the trend of all week, which is be super picky, super patient, feel good about what I'm getting into, wait for something that I actually like. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But keep the risk super tight through election and FOMC. So through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, I just really want to be like locked in on not doing stupid stuff. I just want to be honest, it's really just about surviving the next week or so, to be perfectly honest. This week and next week, I think it's just about surviving. So that's kind of the mentality I have, is not just trying to sling a bunch of stuff and make my whole, I'm not trying to make my whole year this week and next week. I can tell you that. Some people are doing it, which is badass, and GG's to them and good for them. But that's just not what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to survive and not make my whole year, to be honest, or lose my whole year in the next week or two, right? Like that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, send to 12 people in 30 seconds or it's lit. I swear, some people try and be the 420th like, because it always goes from like 418 all the way up to like 450 immediately. All right, dad joke time, everybody. Happy Friday. Doesn't it feel good to have some Friday vibes going? Is it just me? I feel like today is just different. Sometimes I'm sad it's Friday. Sometimes I'm really happy it's Friday. This is one of those weeks where I'm just like happy. I'm happy it's Friday. All right, November 1st, Friday. All Saints Day. Huh. I got fired from my job as a taxi driver. Turns out customers don't appreciate it when you go the extra mile. That's stack worthy. Say less. It's been moved in. Can you translate for Europeans? Sure. I got fired from my job as a taxi driver. Turns out customers don't appreciate it when you go the extra kilometer. Doesn't hit the same. Extra miles is an actual joke, I guess. All right, we got volume up here, chat. Volume with a minute and a half left until ISM PMI. And we still got all those crazy 100 orders every 5 points up here. So what I'm watching for is what happens with these orders that are up every 100 points, every five points. That's weird. All the way up to through 230. We got point of control up here as well. Push out of point of control. Y'all know what I think about that after a nice move. It's 120 points off the bottom. We got volume up here. If we push out of this, I think we probably do continue through all of this. But rollovers off of this also make a lot of sense. So we'll see what happens. I think news will give us a good look at it. It's opening up. Books are getting a lot thinner. Got close to that block. Didn't quite get it. Yeah, a couple points off from that big block. A little bit of movement. Nothing crazy. 55 to 87. 30 points. Well, rotating down off point of control. Makes sense. Makes sense. Kind of wanted to see us potentially run up into those blocks, but overall makes sense. You have data estimates on how many days a year you end up trading? I could go back and look. I would say there's what, 250 days a year that you can trade, give or take. I would say I probably trade 220 days a year. I would say I realistically probably end up not trading about 30 days a year. Maybe. I don't know. There's definitely periods of time. It usually ends up being Q1 where I trade a lot more. Where I really try not to miss Q1. And like, I prefer not to miss Q1 sort of situation because I usually like the way that the markets trade around Q1. And then summers, I don't really like the way the markets trade in the summer. So that's typically when I enjoy taking more time off. I usually like the way markets are trading in the fall. Granted, we have election this year. And then winter is 50-50. What's the difference in Q1 for you? Honestly, I don't know. I think I usually feel refreshed going into Q1. Like wrapping up a year. I usually am pretty motivated on Q1. Market conditions are usually a little bit more favorable for how I trade, I would say. I don't know. It's just the last 4 or 5 years, Q1 has provided something interesting every time. Not necessarily futures either. It's either like I've had really good crypto months in Q1. I've had really good stock months in Q1. Like meme stock mania was Q1, where like you kind of make your whole year in Q1. Have had crypto, same experience with like Bitcoin trading and then like Luna trading, right? Q1. This year, Q1 basically fed me for all year. So I don't know. I just kind of, I think I have enough data on it now like that where I just like, I kind of lock in on it. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't really know how else to describe it, to be perfectly honest. I just enjoy it. I mean, this is looking a little selly at 250 with delta like this. Is that a true double top?
Visit the rabbit hole on me.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. Oh, we ran it by a tick too. Highs at 56. I'm gonna take a little stab short here. Risking about 7 points off of the Ligma that have formed at the highs. Ligma at the highs, stalling out. Nice push to the upside. But yeah, Ligma at the highs is the key here for me. Ran a little bit in the money, 43. So 6 points in the money. Could have maybe moved to break even already. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get stopped out here. That big block it. Yep, stopped out. That happened kind of quick. I wasn't really watching for the break even move there, to be honest. That's on me. That ran 6 points in the money or something like that. So up 120 instead of down 150. I like the trade. We got a little bit of buyers trying to push through. So here's the thing. We ran this high by a tick. Ran the high by a tick. Come back up off of a Ligma as well. So ran the high by a tick off of a Ligma. Obviously, everything is just grinding super hard, which is why it's a very tight trade. But ran the high by a tick with a Ligma with delta. Let it come back up, retest 50. I got short. It ran to 43, 7 points in the money. And now I'm 7 points down. So good looking trade. Could have been better about the break even stop there. Again, it happened kind of fast. I wasn't ready for it. So overall, solid look. It's obviously counter, so got to be careful with that. But for that tight of a trade, I'm fine with the counter there, especially if I would have moved it to break even. That would have been the best way to do that. But on to the next. This is an interesting spot, 95. I've been talking about that for a while. It's just catching up. A little bit of a big candle. 150 down to 95. I mean, that's heavy. We go flip point of control right now. That's also pretty interesting. Red line algo. Is it gonna hold? Of course. Didn't even notice it. I just threw the order in at point of control. And of course it's red line algo. Double bottom. That should clean up. Don't know how open to keep this. Yeah, well, I already got stopped out. I got stopped out 10 points. I have this in my hand, but it's gone. It's a quick sweep. $110, 5 points on the quick sweep through VWAP. We might still kick it up, but I don't know. I like the idea of us kicking it up, but Delta still looks heavy. We didn't respond at all to the volume at 190 or 170. Zero response. You got to be almost perfect for like a 5 point stop with this market because it's just so whippy. But I think I might call it here. Little red day. Overall, very just choppy break-even week for me. So, which is, again, I'm just trying to stay alive. I want to give the opportunities there if it's there, but just got to stay alive. So I'm going to leave it there with a break-even week. We got an election on Tuesday, FOMC on Wednesday. We're going to do more of the same going into next week. But everybody enjoy your Friday. Don't get back your bag if you have one. Stay alive. Don't get whipped up. That's what I'm doing right now. Just deciding to call it and stay alive. I'm not trying to dig into a hole. I'm not trying to make my year, right? So anyways, good luck, everybody. Be smart, be patient. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody. See you Monday. Peace.